Ladies and gentlemen, it's Travis here, and welcome back to the Bay Area SportsTalk channel. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. Unfortunately, this afternoon, the San Francisco Giants lose another very tough ball game, 5-3 against the St. Louis Cardinals. The Giants get swept in the three-game series, with Game 1 of the series being played at Rickwood Field. And I mean, what an amazing tribute to the great Willie Mays, the greatest baseball player to ever play the game. What a great way for baseball, for the San Francisco Giants to honor Willie Mays, getting to play that game at Rickwood Field in the beginning of the series. Really unfortunate that we weren't able to get a win in that game, but at the very least, the Giants, they played hard, they fought hard in that game, and they did just lose by a run. So you will take that for sure. But look, this is tough. I mean, this is a Cardinals team that is a team in that wild card hunt with you, and this is an opportunity this weekend where you were unable to get any wins in this series, and a really tough way to finish out the series and to finish out the road trip. You know, when you think about how the road trip began, the first game of the series in Chicago, you get that big win in that game, and you're unable to build off of that game. And when you look at this game today, I mean, thankfully the San Francisco Giants did not have a perfect game thrown against them, because it was looking like that through the first 6 innings of the game. Sonny Gray, the Cardinals right-hander, was perfect through the first 6 innings. Patrick Bailey, he is able to break up the perfect game in the top of the 7th inning with a big home run. And for Patrick Bailey, his 6th home run of the season. Welcome in, Daniel Barre, Sports Highlights. Good to see you in the house. Giants lose a tough one today, 5-3. Look, this was a very tough road trip. Excuse me. When you look at what is going on with the San Francisco Giants team, I mean, we've been decimated by injuries, especially the starting rotation. This past week, we lost Kyle Harrison out of the rotation. We lost Keaton Wynn just recently. There's just so many injuries. Of course, we have Robbie Ray and Alex Cobb coming back from injury on the season. And then you had Blake Snell, what he's had to deal with some injuries. So look, this entire starting rotation has been banged up, and as a result, the Giants bullpen has been asked to eat up a lot more innings than what would normally be asked of them. So what you've seen is the bullpen has been very tired. They haven't been as consistent as what you would want to see from the Giants bullpen. So look, what's going on right now, I mean, unfortunately, this is why we have continued to lose out there. And look, losing is not fun at all. It's not a good feeling. But one thing for sure, you still do believe that this Giants team can get out of this funk when they are able to get healthy and to get some solid starting pitching. Logan Webb, he did a good job today, considering giving up those 3 runs in the first inning. Logan Webb is able to go 6 solid innings in the game. Does give up 9 hits, 4 earned runs in the game, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. Logan Webb having a solid season with a 3.16 ERA. The thing is, for Logan Webb, the Giants have not scored for him enough in the games that he has started. So this is where you see with his record being 6-5, yet almost a 2 ERA in the twos. So look, a tough game. The Giants did not hit in this game. They only had 2 hits in the game. One of them left the ballpark. Patrick Bailey, a big home run to break out the perfect game that Sonny Gray was throwing at the time. In the top of the 7th inning, Patrick Bailey goes deep with a home run. Welcome in, Greg Dayton. How's it going? Look, this Giants team is struggling. They have been decimated by injuries. This is why we have seen the struggles by this team, which, look, I mean, they have been fighting to get back to 500, and when they have been able to, they were able to build a few games above 500, but now they have fallen down 6 games under 500. So the key right now is to not try to get too far behind the 8 ball, but this team, when healthy and when we can get some reinforcements back in the starting rotation, I think that this Giants team does have a run in them and they can turn around this season. But right now, really tough out there. This afternoon, the San Francisco Giants do end up getting swept in the series, a 5-3 loss this afternoon against the St. Louis Cardinals. Welcome in, everyone, to the San Francisco Giants post-game show. How's everyone doing this afternoon? The San Francisco Giants will look to bounce back strong as they come back home for an important homestand. You have the Chicago Cubs coming into town. That is going to be a tough series, as we saw how tough the Cubs played the Giants last week in Chicago. So you know this is going to be a good series. And then, of course, you have the rival Dodgers coming to Oracle Park for what will be their final visit to Oracle Park this season, with the new schedule being that now you only have 2 visits to each team in your division, whereas before you had the 3 visits. I really do like the new schedule, getting the opportunity to be able to play everybody in baseball every year, and it gives you that opportunity to see the best players in baseball, which is what you want to see when you get to play everybody. So that's something that I really like about the MLB schedule. A very tough loss this afternoon. I mean, very tough out there to lose this game. You wanted to get a win, to come back home, to feel good about yourself. And look, it's not going to get any easier when you look at the Giants' upcoming schedule with the Cubs and Dodgers. And then when you go back out on the road, you got the Braves, you got the Guardians. So look, right now, I mean, this Giants team is a month or so away from being completely buried from a playoff spot. So right now, they just got to find a way to survive over this next stretch of games. It is going to be very tough. But this Giants team is the most resilient team in baseball. So they've certainly got it within them to bounce back strong. And for the Giants, I mean, they did get a rally going in the top of the 8th inning. You thought that maybe they could come back in this game. They had got within a run. It was 4-3, so picked up a couple of more runs in the 8th inning to make it a 1-run ball game. But the former Giant Brandon Crawford does get an RBI double against his former team off Taylor Rogers in the bottom of the 8th inning, and that proved to be a big insurance run for the Cardinals as they would hold on for the 5-3 victory. The Giants get swept against the Cardinals. Rough way to finish out the road trip when you win the first game and then lose the next 5. So look, this Giants team, you're coming back home. It's not going to be easy. You are playing a couple of tough teams in the Cubs, in the rival Dodgers. But look, you got to start winning some games here. And when you have this opportunity to play at home. You've got to take advantage and find a way to win this ball game tomorrow to get back on the winning track. Unfortunately, this Giants team hasn't won a baseball game since Willie Mays, his passing. Rest in peace, Willie Mays. Our thoughts and prayers are with Willie Mays and his family and loved ones. The Giants will be coming back home for the first time after Willie Mays passing. So you will likely see it's going to be very emotional to be playing a game at Oracle Park tomorrow night, and to know that Willie Mays is not going to be there at the ballpark, which he would do with every game, and be able to give his wisdom and advice and be there for the Giants players, and his love and passion for the game of baseball. So look, our hearts are heavy, but we know that the Giants, they've got it within them. I think it'll be big to win this game tomorrow, the first game coming back home. So look, right now you want to start to feel good about yourself, and it's a big game tomorrow. But don't put too much pressure on yourself. I don't know if this Giants team putting pressure on themselves, but you know that they really wanted to win that game at Rickwood Field and got very close in that game. Elio Ramos, what a story. He has been the most exciting story of the season for the San Francisco Giants. What he has been able to do at the plate has been absolutely amazing. Elio Ramos, such an exciting player. We are going to be getting to our picks of the game, so would love to hear who you're taking as the player of the game. And for my player of the game, I am going to take Patrick Bailey. A huge home run in the top of the 7th inning, which would break up the perfect game that Sonny Gray was pitching at the time. So, that was a huge swing of the bat from Patrick Bailey. So, I'm going to take Patrick Bailey as my player of the game, hitting his 6th home run of the season. And let's make some noise, everyone, for that YouTube algorithm, and let's smash up the like button, everyone. Thank you so much for your incredible support. Smashing that like button. This lets the YouTube algorithm know that this San Francisco Giants post-game show is important, so YouTube can recommend this San Francisco Giants post-game show to as many San Francisco Giants fans and baseball fans out there. Appreciate the support, everyone. A really tough loss this afternoon as the Giants drop this one 5-3. They do unfortunately get swept by the Cardinals. Not how you wanted to finish the road trip, but it's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it. The San Francisco Giants, the most resilient team in baseball, will look to bounce back strong as they come back home. For an important homestand, you are taking on a couple of very good teams in the Chicago Cubs and rival Dodgers, but this is an opportunity. You've got to start winning some games here and not get too buried in the standings. Unfortunately, we have just been decimated by injuries, especially in the starting rotation. But I do believe that when this Giants team can get healthy and we can get some reinforcements back in the starting rotation, I believe this Giants team will have that opportunity to turn the season around. So look, this Giants team can still, in my opinion, be a wild card team. The National League has not been all that impressive this year, but the reality is, can this Giants team really be able to go on a deep playoff run? that is something that you are questioning. But I think that making the playoffs as a wild card would be a good accomplishment. So we shall see how it plays out. Appreciate the support, everyone. We are going to be wrapping up. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care, everyone.